Hey everybody, Rob here from Making Spirits Bright with a new inflatable review for you today. This is obviously for the Christmas season, and this is a new inflatable. You can purchase this at Seasons Inflatable. You can find it on Target. But this is the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph Scene is what they call it, but it's basically Yukon, Cornelius, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on a sled. So, this thing retails for about $110. It is 5 feet wide. Obviously, it lights up. Again, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer themed. And then, as you can see, you have a red sled with Yukon and then Rudolph. Now, this is also for the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer 60th anniversary. You've got the Rudolph cartoon on the box. Just a quick look around. Nothing too different. You got the whole gang right there, except Bumble should be way bigger. 2024 Gemmy product. You got the instructions pretty much on the back. This one's really going to be pretty easy to set up. And then you've got more artwork on this side too. So yeah, we're going to get this inflated, give you a Rob rating, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here it is, all inflated. There's Rudolph with his blinking nose. And then here is Yukon Cornelius with his holly in his hat. He's got his hammer down here. Pockets drawn onto his outfit. Looks very similar to the standing Yukon. And then you have the red sled. And then you've got like the reins for the sled. And then, as far as fan goes, we've got what looks like a medium cheap fan. And then for lighting, you've got just basic LED lights. It's not C7 bulbs, which is kind of disappointing. But I would expect that if it had a base fan, but because it doesn't, that's why they're using those. The only thing I find weird is that Yukon Cornelius only has 4 fingers. His thumb and 3 on this side, and then same thing over here. Which I don't know if the vertical one's like that too. It probably is. I probably just never picked up on it. The sled's pretty plain. It looks like just a raft you would use to float around in the pool. And I know there's a Christmas ornament out there with Yukon, Rudolph on a red sled like this. I don't know if that's where they got this design at. As far as tie downs, you got one up here towards the front, and then another one on the back, and then it repeats on the other side. There is only one rein. There isn't one here. It's more Yukon. I don't know if he's supposed to be waving with this hand or what. I do wish like they made the sled a little fancier and maybe put another rope on the other side. I think that would have made it look a little better as well. So what do I think of it? Rob rating wise, value, it's $110. You are getting 2 licensed characters, but you're getting a cheap fan and just basic LED lights. So it's not the greatest value, but it's also not super expensive. Like it could easily have been way more. Could have easily been $150 and I wouldn't have been shocked. But it's $110. So I say it's a 7 out of 10 for value. Design, I like how it's a brand new design. We've had these characters before, but we have not had Yukon a whole lot. So I give it an 8 out of 10 for design. And then wow factor. I mean, it doesn't do anything as far as animation wise. It'd been really cool if maybe Rudolph's head turned or Yukon waved. You do have a blinking red nose, but really that's about it. So it is a popular character. We'll give it an 8 out of 10. So that brings this to a 23 out of 30 on the Rob rating scale. Biggest thing I can say is if you're a Rudolph fan and you want something new design-wise, grab it. If you're happy with the 2 versions of these characters you already have, then obviously it's not that much of an upgrade over it. You could do some cool things like maybe make like a little snow hill where they're sliding down in your display. That could make it kind of cool. But yeah, overall, a pretty basic inflatable, but a nice new design to add to the Rudolph collection that we have out there. All right, next thing we'll do is we'll take a look at it at night. Okay, here it is lit up. It's actually brighter than I anticipated. Rudolph especially shines the brightest. Haha, his nose helps. Yukon, not too bad. He lights up pretty well. Where you are lacking a little bit of light is the sled. Now, I will say that Rudolph is bright enough that he does shine some light down on the sled, which is helpful, but it could have been useful to throw in a light or 2 on the sled. It's a very quiet inflatable. That cheap fan does at least give you a little bit of quietness. I mean, overall, it's not too bad. For $110, like this could have easily cost $160, $170, especially with it being a licensed inflatable. At night, you can't tell that Yukon's missing a couple digits in his fingers. Again, 23 out of 30 on the Robert rating scale. If you're looking for a new Rudolph design, definitely grab it. If you've already got these guys and you're content with what you have, maybe you skip them. But if you got room and you want something new and fresh that's in a Rudolph theme, then go for it. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.